The Honourable Member for Minto.
On November 25, 2016, before a committee of this legislature, the Chief Electoral Officer of Elections Manitoba, Shipra Verma, said, "We haven't had any complaints or any prosecutions on voter fraud in the history of Manitoba."
None.
So probably that provides a level of confidence that the voter fraud or voting irregularities are low or nil. Despite that, the Minister of Justice introduced Bill 27, which will disenfranchise Manitobans left off the voters' registry who do not have photo identification. Why would this minister want to make it harder for some Manitobans to vote?
Good question.
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I think it's important to remind the member opposite that Bill 27 also offers a voter registry, which the Chief Electoral Officer asked for a number of years. Members opposite never got that done. All the other provinces in Canada and territories in Canada have done it. We're the dead last jurisdiction, once again, as a result of that former NDP government.
The Honourable Member for Minto on a supplementary question.
Well, Bill 27 will make it easier for absentee voters to vote earlier before they jet off to warmer places. But Bill 27 will take the vote away from thousands of Manitobans, many in Indigenous communities and our inner cities, where voter registration lists will be least complete and where people are least likely to have photo identification.
It's a big deal.
The minister ignores the Chief Electoral Officer's clear statement that voter fraud is not a concern. We already have existing provisions for fair voting. Will the minister today agree to amend her bill, or will she use a problem that doesn't exist to suppress voting by the very Manitobans hurt most by her government?
Good question.
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Well, in fact, Bill 27 brings us in line with other provinces when it comes to voter ID, and certainly in Manitoba right now, when members or citizens in Manitoba go and vote in a federal election, or when they go and vote in the City of Winnipeg election, when they go and vote in an advance poll in a provincial election, they are required to show ID. We're simply making it the same across the board there. And so this is what other jurisdictions are doing. This is about a voter registry, which will make it that much easier for members to get their name onto a proper voter registry in order to be able to vote on election day. This is very good for all Manitobans.
The Honourable Member for Minto on a final supplementary.
Voters in northern communities, primarily Indigenous communities, do not have a civic address, the same way that Manitobans living in cities or rurally in the south do. They will have great difficulty making it onto a voter registry. Low-income voters in urban communities are often transient or even homeless as they pursue safe and affordable housing. They will have great difficulty making it onto a voter registry. This government has cancelled plans for wider availability of photo ID. Will this minister listen to the advice of the Chief Electoral Officer, or will she move ahead, Harper style, to suppress the votes of low-income Manitobans?
Good question.
The Honourable First Minister.
I encourage the member to not try to invent an issue which doesn't exist, Madam Speaker. He could do a wee bit of research. I encourage him to do that. There's an article from the Globe and Mail written by an expert in this field, an assistant professor of business strategy, public policy at Carleton University. His name is Ian Lee. The member can look it up. He can Google Mr. Lee. He's renowned. And he wrote an article called "Canadians Who Can't Vote Because They Lack Any ID Don't Believe It," in which he concludes that the unsubstantiated, undocumented allegation that significant numbers of Canadians possess no identity cards appears to be another urban legend. Madam Speaker, 90% of Canadians live in provinces where the legislation we are bringing forward already exists. Madam Speaker, these members are trying to invent an issue which does not exist. 7 other provinces and territories, Madam Speaker, have the same rules, exactly the same rules as we're bringing in now. Where was the concern this past weekend for the member opposite when he took away the right of his own members to vote for their leader, Madam Speaker?